Welcome. This is Amory Julian Wetzel. Thanks for joining my Create and Craft session tonight. If you're here, say hello. I am checking to make sure that I am live. I'm setting it up. I am. Here I am. And I am a minute early, not too early. But oh, I think I have a few people joining. Hello, everyone. I don't see any comments, so just say hello. There, I think I see Kristen's watching. Welcome, Kristen. I'm gonna go in a little bit closer. Hello, 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 Monterey. Welcome. So tonight I'm going to be doing a scrapbook layout process using the on-the-go workshop. But before I do that, I wanted to show you this kit collection and the minor little adjustments that I made to enhance each card. So this kit comes with 9 cards, 3 of each format, and I created it as is, and then I made a little bit of adjustments. I did do a process video showing you this. That'll be uploaded to YouTube, and I'll post it here as well. But I wanted to actually show you the cards now because I'm just so excited about it. Hey, Roseanne. Hey, Diane. Hello, Vicky. Okay, so this is the Loveliest Wishes kit collection, okay? This picture, personally to me, does not do this kit justice, but it is really a simply elegant card. And let me just show you what I've done to make some minor enhancements, but to give it a little bit more oomph, I want to say, okay? So here are the first cards. So this is the way the kit makes the cards. Oh, here they are. Here's the second card. I actually have them in order. And then there is the third card. So I'm going to go up a little bit closer so you guys can see. This is a textured piece of cardstock that comes with the kit. And then a nice quality vellum, and then the die cuts in gold. And then here you get some gold gems with this. And again, this is vellum. And I popped up the birthday wishes. And then here again, a textured matte, and then some of the die cuts with that little beautiful daisy. Again, simply elegant. But then I said, I want to make this up, make it a little bit different. So I ended up doing by adding a little bit color to it. So the color in this kit is petal pink. So I just took the petal pink cardstock, added it around the border. Again, just giving it a little bit of color. This one here, I gutted out. So I kept the elements in the middle and then just gutted that out, right? Beautiful. And then again here, this cut out at 4 by 5 1/4 and just added a little bit of border. And then I'm like, what else can I do? Again, these are just minor. This did not take me long at all to make these changes. But then I was like, I want to add a little bit more color. So I took my blending brush with the petal pink ink and I just added a little bit of the blending behind it. Just giving it a little bit more color. Again, gutted this out and did the same here. And then also on this one. Just again, still simply elegant, not too much, but now I have 9 different cards, not 3 of each the same, right? Very fun card. Again, this is called the Loveliest Wishes kit. It came out this month. So I hope you guys like that. So now let's get on to what we're going to work on today. And this is the scrapbook template that I believe I might have had this at one of our my weekend retreats. This might have been one of the challenges, but I also gave it to my team as a challenge, but I had personally not had an opportunity to create this template myself. So tonight I'm doing that for you. And it's using the on the go. But if you're new to me, new to watching this, if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel, Create and Craft with Anne Marie. And if you are watching this on YouTube and not part of my Facebook group where I do my original lives, come and join me at Scrap and Roll. I'm going to just put that aside now. All right, and here's the template. So when I do a scrapbook kit process layout, because otherwise that whole scrapbook process would take forever, I have part of it assembled already. So let me bring in and show you what I've gotten so far. So here, I'm actually going to have to bring this out a little bit so you guys can see that. All right, so here, oh, I might have to do that a little bit more, right? All right, so this again is the on-the-go paper. I'm going to show you the on-the-go paper. It is so bright and cheerful, so I like this because it can go with anything. Now, this was our trip to the zoo. I have had many, many trips to the zoo, but let me just show you quick colors. So here is the one sheet. You get 12 sheets, 2 of each. So there's the one side. You can see that I've used that as my middle paper here going across. And there is all of the luggage, again, more travel. And then here, which I've used for my border, and then I also used for here. So I basically just used 1.5 sheets of paper from this to create this layout. And then what else is fun about this this paper pack? All right, so here are the 2 other papers. What's fun about this is the strawberry slush. So this is one of the new colors that's in this paper. Again, they have the hero side of the paper. The die cuts do not coordinate with this, but it does have a stamp set and die cut, which I did use parts of it and I will show you. So it's tags to go. We will be using this today, marks an adventure. We're going to be stamping with that. I used the little heart on here, and then from the dies, I used this. We're going to put the date. Oh, I also am using the date on here. This little tag here. So very, very fun, but I love the keys. And at this time, I didn't feel it was appropriate for this layout, but I'm definitely loving all of the keys and the elements to this die set. All right, so that's tags to go. But the other parts of this paper are these. We used to call it cut apart, so I'm not quite sure if there's a specific name with Stampin' Up. If you know, let me know. But we used to call these cut apart. So I fussy cutted some of these out, and you're going to see those used in the layout. And I did not use this, but these are like our PML cards, so we could cut these out for journaling and stuff. And I love that they've added this. It makes it so much easier. Everything color coordinates, and it's perfect for scrapbooking, although I did not use it for this layout. But I can see it being used in others. So let me put this paper aside here. So again, following my template, I inked the edges of that paper. So you can see all of this is pretty much done from a photo and the paper, but I will be adding embellishments to this here. And then I will bring in my second page, which is what I will be assembling with you guys. So I should probably talk a little bit about some of these pictures I had, but I did pre-ink my edges on here, just on the white pieces and then on this pink. Because I'm using a white background, I wanted to be able to give it a little bit differentiation, and so that it did not fall into that. So we will be doing that, and I will be giving you all the dimensions, because your creative activity will be to create this layout. And if you've done this because you've done the challenges, Sorry guys, you're gonna have to do a new one. Make it new. And you see, I did do some changes from the template here. So I am just kind of getting this lined up, and I will put those adhesives down. But let me just show you a couple other things that I ended up using. All right, so here are all of the those cut parts that I used. I'm gonna put those aside here. This also, the suite for the on-the-go comes with the coordinating twine, so absolutely worked well with that. For these, I used, this is one of our new products. They come these little punches to do the tags. I have actually another purpose I want to show you for this too, but just fun, quick and easy. Popped all of those holes in there so I can do my twine. Here's for my stamping, so we're gonna have to get that stamping done. And then here are some of the embellishments that we're gonna be using. This also comes with the kit. I love the puffy stickers, don't you guys? So it comes with 2 full sheets. They're nice sizes. Yeah, you can see I have some letters there for my title. So we'll be adding some of these to the layout. Again, love that it's all there and all coordinating. And then again, our titles, and I'll talk about that. I actually put pre-adhesive on the back, so we'll be working with that. I used for the titles these 2 dies, the mini alphabet dies, and then the alphabet a la mode dies. So this was part of the celebration. I know many of you got this for free with celebration, and these are staying in, they're not retiring yet, so I'm glad. But we will be getting a new letter die cut coming on May 6th. So remember, May 6th is a good day for the new catalog coming out. All right, so let me just get this here and let's start assembling this. I am going to put this page aside for now and just focus here. I want to make sure you guys can see this. All right. So again, I'll talk about how I put those embellishments together. But all right, so from a format template here, there were no measurements on here. So I do a lot of just guesswork. This looks like it's pretty low to the bottom, and we are doing this side of the page. So I'll put that over there so you guys can somewhat see that. So this I lined up at 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to bring this up just to make sure I am truly lined up, but I did those same measurements there. And again, that is at 1/2 inch. Bringing that over. Okay, and then this is 6 by 12. How many of you have gotten this paper yet? All right, so yes, you can make a few changes too, like the size of the photos. Absolutely, Kathleen, you can make some changes to that. I pretty much went with this one with the sides photos, but yes, you can make it your own as long as you have the template. And then if you're a card maker, you can take either the left side or the right side of this layout and create a card. Change your dimensions down to a card, and that would also qualify. So last week's creative activity was the triple box easel card. So you have till midnight tonight to get that entered in. And I will be doing my prizes for the month of April. So you'll be seeing that post coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow also is the day that we have double points. So again, here on this layout here, I'm they have the geotag pattern on that, so I have to make sure that I'm putting that on the right side of it, and I just want to line it up here, and I believe it is at this 1/4 inch mark. I was going to double mat this. I initially cut out pieces to have a different color underneath it, but then I said I don't need that because this is a good enough contrast for doing that. So I decided not to add another layer, but if you look here at the template, it does look like it has a separate layer. Again, minor changes like that, I am not worried about. All right. So again, this is just going to go here. All right, so I am going to lift this up a little bit because what I want to do here is tuck these in. So all of these different tags I want to tuck in, and I just tied a loop on them. So again, because I'm using bigger items, I chose not to do this, and my tags are replacing that. So this is, again, something else. It's still giving you that format of the layout, but I'm not putting something here and here. But before I do that, let's get some stamping done. I need to stamp on here. And I am going to use the strawberry slush. So a couple of reminders when you get your new stamp pads. Let's do this right now. I have not done it on here because I wanted to remind you guys to do that. All right, so here are your labels to go on, which is the back of it. You have 2 different languages, and then you have strawberry slush at 2 places, and then you just have the color. So I take the strawberry slush, with shaky hands because I'm on video, put the one on the one side, put the other on the other side, right, and then if I open it, I'm going to put another one right inside this little canal. And that's the one that's just going to be the solid color, right? So again, just as a reminder, especially those that may be new to Stampin' Up. All right, we have that in there. Okay, so let's move this over a little bit. So this is Today Makes an Adventure, or Marks an Adventure. So I'm lightly tapping because these are really, really juicy. I'm just going to lightly tap here. I'm just going to sample, make sure, yep, I got a good impression. So again, Today Marks an Adventure. And I'm going to stamp that right here. There we go. Clean off my excess. And then I have one more. I want to do the date here. And I think I'm going to just do that in the same color as well. I'll have to look up the date. I know it was just a couple of weeks ago, probably not even. But again, I typically like to stamp off first. I just want to make sure that I've got this straight. I'm going to put that in here. Perfect. Oh my gosh. I'm getting lucky tonight. I shouldn't jinx myself, right? So I think this is all the stamping I have to do for this layout. Put that over. The other colors that are coordinating with this is Azure Afternoon and the Shy Shamrock. And I did add those hearts inside these little embellishments. So I had pre-stamped those. All right, so let's put this over here and let's finish putting our tags in here. I know clings are hard. I agree with you. All right, so we're going to put that there. And then and I'm just going to like angle them. So while I'm doing this, I should put my adhesive on there, right? None of these are popped up. I believe because I have these dimensions on here that they will add enough. They're puffy, the puffy stickers, right? So and again, no rhyme or reason on how I'm putting these in here. I want to lift them a little bit higher. This one I know I have to lift higher because of that sentiment that I just stamped. So I had a card class yesterday, the Playing in the Rain card class, which was a lot of fun. But I did spend time with many of them, showing them how to easily assemble the cling stamps, because there's a little bit of assembly to them. So it was good, and it probably should be something that I should find. I know I did a video early on, but I don't know if that video ended up getting deleted. I want to tuck this behind here. Got there. All right, so I double knotted most of them. I will probably put like little glue dots down to hold those in place once I'm ready to put it in my scrapbook. Get those settled down. All right, so here is that main part. Again, covering up that. And let's start putting the photos on here. Again, Brevard Zoo, if you have not been to that zoo, you have to go. It is really absolutely fabulous, interactive. You get to interact with so many different animals, feeding the giraffes. So this was my daughter's boyfriend, Nick, and it was his first time at the zoo, which I was surprised because he's been here before. And Christina actually loves going to the zoo as well. So she's like, can we take Nick? So he got to feed the giraffes. We got to feed the kangaroos, but look at his face. He was just looking right up at me. I couldn't pass up that picture. I had to share that. And then here she is feeding the kangaroos, which was the one out of all the times I've been there, one of the first times. So if you do go, try to go between 10 and 11, because that's when they're currently doing the feedings, and you pay for a bowl of food and you get to feed the little kangaroos. So fun. And then there is an exhibit for the birds and the parakeets, and they have a nectar. I don't go on that side. Those birds are really aggressive for me. But here they just feed on the little sticks of bird seed. So fun. Very, very fun. And then as I'm feeding the kangaroo, this guy comes right up to me. Literally, I did not zoom in for this picture. This is how close he got to me. So it was a little bit scary, but he's also, there's like 3 emus, and they walk around in the kangaroo area. So it's a nice open kangaroo field. And then again, here is Nick feeding the birds as well and enjoying it. So this side only has 2 pictures. I have lots more pictures from the event, or from the day, because we did a lot of things, but that's going to go here, and this is going to go here. So let's get these photos down, and then we can quickly get our embellishments done. All right, so again, a fun template to easily do. All right, so for this, all right, we've done that. I told you about the inking. So here is the date that I'm gonna have to put in here. So I do actually probably wanna pop this up, and I'll be able to do that easily. So let me get some foam tape for dimensions. Again, this is one of the dies that comes with it. Coordinates. If you missed it, I showed those in the beginning, so you might want to go back and look at that. All right. And then I have 3 of these. Where did my other one go? I have to make a new one. It'll be around here. You know, again, such a small space, but how can I lose things? So again, here are the foams. Let's pull these out here. So again, these are the the rubber foam. These are actually called, what are they called? These are called On the Go Puffy stickers. Okay, that's simple enough. So there's a die that coordinates with this puffy sticker, and I just pre-cut that out, and then this fit right over there. I stamped a heart on it, and then I added the twine to the coordinating twine. So I don't really want this person's face in there, and he was watching, so I'm just going to add that. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the bottom of this and just stick that up there. And then on this page, I am going to add down here. And then again, I do have another one. Where did it go? I'll come across it. You know I will. But I will put another one right here for that. Make sure that I don't have it underneath there. So, all right. And I want to add more puffy stickers to this. So, and we want to do our title. So my puffy stickers here, I think I'm going to add one of these hearts in here. And I think I'm going to bring in a little bit more of this color there. Add that here. On this page here, I want to, the title is going to go over here. So let me bring back this page here. So it's on my layout. Somebody said it's on my layout. Oh, there it is. Hey! Thanks. Who was that that told me it was on my layout? Bottom right. Thanks, Vicky. All right. So again, I'm going to add that here. Again, things just get hidden, right? So, all right. Again, when scrapbooking, you have that try. So you want to bring things around to all of the focal areas. So that's what I did with those puffy stickers. And then I want to add some of, I think I want to add some here. So I have 2 on this page, and I want to do 3. You know, nice that they give us an extra sheet to allow me to do that. So just adding some puffy stickers there. And then we need to make some arrows towards him. So I'm just gonna do 2 here. And I'll add some of the black in for that. So there's 1 black there. And 1 there. These giraffes, their tongues are so long and they're fast, right? They're just so used to being fed. So it's funny to see them. I'll probably go around and do some of the geotags or some of the stars. But let me get my title on here first. All right, so I am going to do Brevard Zoo. So I did the zoo. All right, where is my zoo? Let's do Brevard. I have the pre-adhesive, so I ran this through. It's a single die, and I just ran it through. I put the double-sided adhesive on the back here, and I am just gonna do that. So B-E-B-R-E-V. And I love this because it has 2 of some of the letters, like 2 E's, 2 A's, the ones that you often use, 2 R's. And where is my D? Here's my D. All right. Sorry. I had to step away because I left them over by my die cutting machine. So again, I also put the double adhesive on here. And this is the alphabet a la mode. And again, this is the Azure Afternoon color. Really pretty blue. All right, so that's gonna go down here, and then I'm gonna move these down there. All right, so let's put these on. The giraffes Brianna is one of the things that most everybody wants to go to. And again, I've always missed, every time I've gone, I've always missed feeding the kangaroos, but that's a plus for me now. That is something that I will want to do all the time. A couple of the other activities, interactions, but you have to make sure you do it fast because I did it last minute. I did it the day before we were going, and many of the spots were filled. But you'll see probably me scrapbooking. Christina and Nick also got to go down with the rhinos. I think they have experience with the sloths and the alpaca. So lots of different experiences, and they're not that expensive. My grandkids last year ended up doing the kayaking. They have a kayaking opportunity. So there's just so much to do there and lots of animals to see. So, all right, so I'm just going to add this to the right here. And look how easy it is just with putting that double-sided adhesive on. So easy. Just got to get those little pieces off, like those little centers right here. And now I have some extra letters that I can use again because I just did the whole sheet. All right, you guys liking the new colors? The strawberry slushy, the timid tiger. Now I'm trying to think of them all. I have to start practicing them. So just to give you an update on the cloud cover. Cloud cover, unfortunately, they had a chemical imbalance once they put it into their case. So unfortunately, that will not be available for customers to purchase. Oh, gotta spell this correctly. But the re-inker will be available, and the little ink spots. So I am going to be doing a promotion. You'll see that coming out soon. With an order, I will create an ink spot for you. I haven't been able to order the re-inker yet. It hasn't become available to us. But with an order, you will get an ink spot with the ink. I will ink fill it for you and send that to you. This month is going to be one of my scrap and roll promotions. So, all right, this is the last one. Here we go. Brevard Zoo. Okay, so for the most part, we are done with this layout. So let me get rid of my mats here. Bring this together. And I'm probably just going to want to add some more of these puffy stickers. So what do you guys think? Again, I will share this template with you. So this is the template to create. As I mentioned, you can change it up with the photo sizes on here. I didn't do both items up on the top and bottom. And it's all, again, depending on the paper and what you want to use. But this is what I have done here. So again, make this, and this is your creative activity, due by next Thursday at midnight. So you'll post it in the comments. This gets added to guides, but you can also find it under videos. And then I will be uploading this to YouTube, because Facebook deletes it after 30 days. So you'll always be able to come back and reference this going forward. So let's see what other things do I want to add here. I think I'm going to add some of these stars. And I actually want to add, I want to add a geotag right there. And I think I'm going to do the orange. I'm going to do that right there. And then I will do a blue one here. Now, the other thing I was thinking about, I haven't tested it out yet, but I'll test it out and then I'll post it afterwards. But these are the 2024-2025 color resin dots. These small resin dots may fit in the middle, or I might do bling, like a little crystal gem, and put that inside the little geodots. Gotta have some bling. All right, so one more. Where do I want to put that? We'll have that one there, one there. Let's do a yellow one. We'll add it right here. Okay, and then let's do a little heart. Add there. And then one there with, I'm going to do a heart and a star. And a star there. So we got a heart there. A star. And star. I think that's good. Oh, actually that holds down that piece. So, okay. So here it is, my scrapbook layout using the on-the-go paper. Hope you like it. Again, it's so versatile because it's so colorful. Although it's kind of geared towards travel, it could be for any type of adventure, any type of activity. So I will, again, create a post with all of the dimensions on here along with this template, the scrapbook template for you guys, so you can create your own layout and share your inspiration with all of us. Thanks so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great night. Bye.